Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be talking about how Hedera is being used by some of the largest organizations around the world. So we'll be going through a fantastic thread of tweets provided by Just Jeremiah Crypto, where he put together a number of tweets which detailed how Hedera is involved in developments involving DLT among a number of organizations around the world. So as we've mentioned on this channel constantly, Hedera is arguably the most widely utilized and heavily backed DLT project on the marketplace, where the DLT organization has a number of large organizations which are at the center of their governing council, where Hedera's governing council members include the likes of Google, Ubisoft, UCL, Tata Communications and Standard Bank. So all of these organizations actively host and hold a Hedera node, so these organizations directly partake in consensus on the overarching Hedera consensus service. So as well as the mentioned organizations having a direct role in developments involving consensus on Hedera, the organizations also actively use Hedera and other DLT innovations to improve their workflows and developments. So the following clip features the co-founder of Hedera, Mance Harmon, going into details surrounding how a number of Hedera's governing council members actively use Hedera and the impact such organizations have on the overarching Hedera network.
Equally, if not more important, is the governing council of Hedera. Hedera is governed by today 26 global blue chip organizations, biggest companies in the world like Google and IBM and Boeing and Nomura and Deutsche Telekom and FIS, WorldPay, going to payments. It's not just companies from a single sector, it's companies that span sectors and span geographies. They govern the network. They decide use of treasury, they decide the product roadmap, but more importantly, they are also users of Hedera. So they are part of Hedera, not just because they can govern, but because they have an interest in having a network like ours, an enterprise-grade network built by enterprise for enterprise, mission-critical use cases, and they are bringing their ecosystems to market on top of Hedera. So the payment rails, the financial use cases, the banks and stable coins and tokenization of bond issuances and all of that, that'll be done by council members already in play today, but not just financial services, ESG marketplaces, things like what Spencer Dinwiddie is doing, a broad range of uses by council members bringing that to market.
So one organization which actively harnesses the benefits surrounding Hedera and is also a Hedera governing council member is Google, where Google has recently developed a team centered around the implementation of DLT into Google Cloud's infrastructure, where the team is known as the Digital Asset Team, where the Digital Asset Team is gearing to use and implement DLT to improve workflow surrounding Google's activities. So it's not clear whether Google will be using Hedera's network for such developments, but with Google's direct affiliation with Hedera in terms of Google being a Hedera governing council member, it makes abundant sense that Google could turn to Hedera for their initiatives and DLT projects. So another world-renowned organization which has a direct affiliation with Hedera is LG, where again LG is a Hedera governing council member, and the organization is also looking at DLT innovations to improve their workflows and initiatives, where the electronics organization is looking to adopt and accelerate DLT innovations into their workflows, which is mainly being implemented to make LG more competitive compared to other electronic organizations around the world. So another Hedera governing council member which harnesses the benefits, or is looking to harness the benefits surrounding DLT, is Ubisoft, where Ubisoft has detailed how DLT is looking to become more integrated into development surrounding gaming. So again, with Ubisoft's direct affiliation with Hedera, the gaming organization may turn to the Hedera network to improve workflow surrounding gaming and make DLT more accessible and viable for the next generation of gaming. So another direct affiliation Hedera has with a world-renowned organization is the law firm Denton, where Denton is looking to implement and utilize DLT to improve workflow surrounding tokenization and also using smart contracts to improve workflow surrounding the execution of transactions without the need for a middleman. So Denton's direct affiliation with Hedera could see Denton harnessing the benefits surrounding Hedera, especially Hedera's tokenization service, where Hedera's tokenization service comes with a number of benefits, especially in terms of its cost-effective nature and the flat fees associated with the minting of such tokens, where it only costs a flat fee of $1 to create an NFT or fungible token using the benefits surrounding Hedera's tokenization service. And this is coupled with the similar flattened predictive fee associated with the creation of smart contracts using the benefits surrounding Hedera's network, where again it only costs $1 to create a smart contract and even less to edit and replace a smart contract. So with the cost-effective nature surrounding the utility of Hedera's network in terms of its tokenization service and smart contract usage, Hedera could be a viable option for the likes of Denton. And again, due to Denton's direct affiliation with Hedera, it makes abundant sense for the organisation to turn to Hedera for developments involving DLT. So another partnership Hedera has with a world-renowned organisation is Boeing, where the airline provider and manufacturer Boeing is looking to implement and roll out DLT into their workflows and initiatives, where the rolling out of blockchain and DLT into Boeing's use cases is centred around improving on-board GPS and guiding unmanned aircraft. So Hedera is actually already involved in developments surrounding drones and unmanned aircraft developments, where Hedera is in a direct partnership with the UK government in view of the rolling out of drones. So with Hedera's expertise in development surrounding the tracking of drones in airspace, Hedera could be a viable option for the likes of Boeing to implement. And again, with Boeing's direct affiliation with Hedera, this could make abundant sense. So another organisation Hedera has a direct affiliation with and is also a Hedera Governing Council member is IBM. So IBM is actually involved in a number of developments involving DLT, where IBM offers the private blockchain offering Hyperledger. So Hyperledger is one of the most widely utilised DLT networks on the marketplace, and this is coupled with the network being private. And this is coupled with Hedera's consensus service being directly integrated into IBM's Hyperledger fabric. So the direct integration of Hedera's consensus service is in view of improving TPS, finality rates, and cost effectiveness in terms of the verification and validation of transactions which arise on the overarching Hyperledger blockchain. So this could be quite significant and quite bullish for Hedera as a whole, as mentioned, financial bodies, including banks, already harness the benefits surrounding Hyperledger's core fabric infrastructure. And with the integration of Hedera's consensus service, the validation of actions which arise on a Hyperledger by such financial bodies will be verified and enabled through the benefits surrounding the high TPS, the finality rates, and the cost effectiveness surrounding Hedera's consensus service. So this will go a long way, especially in terms of the utility of Hedera's network by world-renowned organizations and even banks. So this is a diagrammatic indication of how Hedera's consensus service is directly plugged and integrated into Hyperledger's core fabric protocol. So another development Hedera is actively involved in is use cases surrounding CBDCs, where Hedera is at the centre of a number of initiatives and developments involving CBDCs around the world, where the fintech organisation and leader in CBDC developments and infrastructure protocols, MTech, harnesses the benefits surrounding Hedera's consensus service for developments surrounding the creation and rolling out of CBDCs for a number of central banks around the world, where CBDC developments have been rising around the world, and MTech has a direct affiliation with central banks in Nigeria, Ghana, and Haiti. So not only is Hedera being widely used by industry-wide organizations, but also central banks are turning to Hedera's consensus service in view of improving financial activities. So the following article was actually published by the London School of Economics, which is again a Hedera Governing Council member, where the paper detailed to the benefits CBDCs could provide and also reference to how Hedera is at the centre of a number of developments involving CBDCs for a number of nations around the world. So as well as Hedera's involvement in actions surrounding the rolling out of CBDCs, Hedera is also in direct collaboration and has partnerships with retail banks. So examples of banks Hedera has a direct affiliation with includes DBS Bank, Shinhan Bank, and Standard Bank. So all of these banks all possess a Hedera node, and as a result the banks directly contribute to providing consensus to the overarching Hedera consensus service. And this is coupled with the mentioned banks also harnessing the benefits surrounding Hedera's network, especially Hedera's tokenization service, where the world-renowned banks and Hedera Governing Council members, Shinhan Bank and Standard Bank, both harness the benefits surrounding Hedera's tokenization service to improve workflow surrounding the sending of remittances and the issuance of stablecoins. So the creation and provisioning of stablecoins through the benefits provided by Hedera is in view of improving remittances between South Africa and South Korea. So Hedera's direct involvement in a number of protocols around the world, and with the organisation also having a direct affiliation with some of the largest corporations and banks around the world. This is compounded with Hedera also being the greenest proof-of-stake network on the marketplace and is also carbon negative. So with governments around the world looking to roll out ESG developments and also looking to more green-orientated protocols and concepts, Hedera could be a viable network and technology for such measures and policies to be validated and integrated into their workflows and infrastructure. So this is an overarching display of Hedera's consensus service and how the benefits surrounding Hedera's consensus service in terms of the validation of smart contract activities, tokenization use cases, and the utility of Hedera's network by a number of world-renowned organizations and even banks. Hedera is and will most likely continue to be the most widely utilized network on the marketplace. What are your thoughts on Hedera? Are you bullish on the world-renowned organizations which have a direct affiliation with Hedera? Let us know your views in the comments below. Thank you for watching Crypto Clan. Don't forget to like, subscribe and click on the notification bell. Let us know your views in the comments below. Thank you for watching and we'll see you in the next video.